Well, good evening, friends. Welcome to Friarside Chat. I'm your deep fat friar, Pastor Andrew. Friends, tonight we're going to be verbalizing our sentiment in relation to the repercussions or confabulations in contrast to our processed response to our coordinate Homo sapiens. Now, in layman speak, we're going to talk about why actions matter more than words. Joining us tonight is someone who knows all about actions. He's a master at martial arts. He has 3 black belts and 1 that can be black or brown. And he had knockoff action figures sold at 3 different flea markets. He's been a star on the aluminum screen. Please give a big warm Friarside hi-ya to Master Brent Glee. Master Glee, are you there? Are you there, Master Glee?
Well, good evening, Friar. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, Master Glee, I'm so glad to have a fellow practitioner of the martial arts joining us tonight. I bet you didn't know it, but I too hold some rank. I have a Sansa belt in hibachi style. I have my certificate of achievement from the International House of Sushi Chefs Association of Boise, Idaho. Basically, that makes you and I equals, doesn't it?
No.
Well, anyway, tonight, Master Glee, my viewers and I want to talk about our words versus our actions. You know, I've heard that once you achieve the rank of black belt in verbal jiu-jitsu, that you never have to practice anything else ever again. Is that true?
No, it's not. Are you crazy? That doesn't make us the same.
Well then, you snarky sensei, can you tell us what your opinion is of words versus actions?
Well, Friar, I don't mean to be snarky. I just take very seriously the importance of actions. You see, anyone can talk about being something, but it takes actions to prove it. When I first started on my martial arts journey, I had all the right equipment. I went on Amazon and I bought my gi, my gear, my gloves. I even bought a belt. I began to tell everyone that I was a fiercely respected master. But then I spent my first day on the mat at the dojo, and I found out I could say whatever I wanted, but my actions didn't match.
Oh my, what happened?
Well, let's just say my mouth wrote checks my skills could not cash. I spent most of the day bouncing as currency. You know, that's when I realized that I can say whatever I want, but actions truly mean something. The same is true in our walk with Jesus. My favorite verse found in 1 John 3:18 says, "Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth." When Jesus came to earth, yes, he spent time teaching, but he spent a lot of time healing and caring and loving and feeding those who were in need. You see, Jesus showed us that words without actions are empty.
Well, Master Glee, you know, it's so easy to say something, but when it comes to backing it up with actions, it gets really tough. I guess that's why they call being a Jesus follower a journey and not just a conversation.
You're so right, Friar. It's taking the words that we say and showing them by the way we live. You know, how we live is a better preacher than what we say. Thank you for having me on your show tonight. I have really enjoyed our time together. If you ever want to see the style difference between hibachi and karate, I'd be happy to host you at the dojo anytime.
Well, that certainly sounds great. I tell you what, I'll stop by and I'll show you a few of my favorite wasabi workouts. We'll talk to you next time, Master Glee. Until then, whoa!
Bye.
Well, friends, there you have it. You know, it's so easy for us to get caught up in saying the right things, but not living that way. If we're truly going to be followers of Jesus, then what we say has to be backed up by what we do. You know, loving Jesus should affect the way that we talk and walk, the way that we speak to each other and spend our own treasures. But more importantly, it should affect the way that we show our love to others. Will you join me this week in taking that first step that Master Glee told us about in 1 John chapter 3? Of not just loving people in word or conversation, but in action and in truth. You know, friends, if we'll do that, not only will we get the opportunity to bless others, but I'm pretty sure we'll be blessed ourselves. I hope you'll join me this week as we take the next step in loving in more than just words, but in our actions too. Thanks so much for joining us tonight here on Friar Side Chat. As always, I'm your deep fat friar, Pastor Andrew. We'll see you next time.